Hey guys, Gavin here. I just got second place at a OTS box tournament, meaning I won 50 OTS packs, and I wanted to show you guys the deck did it with. If you've been watching the channel, you've noticed that I've been posting a little bit of Sword Soul content. I haven't been posting a lot recently just because I haven't been doing anything that big for events. There have been very many events in my area, but this one I've been preparing for a while. I've been nonstop just grinding in a dueling book. So I decided, why not? I'll show you guys what I've been working on. Before I get into it, shout out to Interstellar, shout out to Dawn, and shout out to Term. Everyone who's a part of Term, you know who you are. And a very, very big shout out to Jude. She was the one who helped me get a final build for this done, and just helped me understand every interaction I needed to for this deck. She really, really pulled through. Now for the ratios, we have triple Moye, triple Longyon, double Taya, and triple Ecclesia. In this version, Ecclesia is actually a lot better than in others, which is crazy because this is like the best one. So yeah, just it being a level 4 tuner is insane. Sucks that it's a light, but hey, it helps you get your own play started, and you guys will see here eventually. Yeah, nothing really to say about the Sword Soul ratio. This is kind of standard. Next, I actually play Tenyis. I've been seeing a lot of people be half and half on these. I also play the weird one. I play Mapura. So, in case you guys don't know, so a lot of people like to play either 3-3-3, 3-3-2, or 3-2-2, or just not at all. And I decided to go with the 9. I played Mapura because I play Circle. I wanted to play Shathana, but I liked Mapura a little better because it being a different attribute meant that I always can get a double spin off of Boxia. So yeah, that was the reasoning behind that. I never regretted this. It also negates targeting. If there's like a lot of Sword Soul in your area, this card's not bad because it can just turn off your opponent's blackout. If they like play into it. No one knows what this card does. We also play 3 Adhara as opposed to 3 Vishuddha, because Vishuddha's a dark and can get Bystialed, while Adhara can't, and it being a 1 works really well with Bystials, as you're going to see with my hand trap lineup. It also helps play around Bystials a little bit more, because if you already have the Monk and they banish Ashuna, you can just Adhara from hand, grab back Ashuna, and just continue on with your play. Now, the hand traps. Triple Ash, I think this is just like the best all-around hand trap right now. Effect Veiler, Imperm, and then I play a Bystial package with a Destrudo. Now, the reasoning for these is that you just don't want Kit to resolve. And if you open up one of these two with a Bystial, usually Tearlament kind of is iffy, right? Like if they don't open to God Hand, then it's very, very difficult for them to play around these. Ash is just like generically good in every matchup. Since I knew this is going to be like a local event, I knew Ash Blossom was going to be pretty powerful. Ash Blossom on Field Spell is not bad. Ash Blossom on Rhino Heart's not awful. Ash Blossom on Branded Fusion, depending on the build, is insane. So that's why I want to go for those. Now, the reason why you only play 4 Bystials and a Destrudo is that you don't want to full send into them. With it being a local tournament, I didn't think it was very smart to do that. So I just wanted to go triple Magmut and a Druid Swarm because I thought these were the best 2 that we have at the moment. And a Destrudo because if you're able to resolve a Bystial, you immediately get access into the Sword Soul engine. So even opening up no Sword Soul cards means that you always have access to a Yazi line, which is insane. I should have been on this earlier. When I posted a deck profile a while ago, I didn't think of this. I was just playing Bystials without Destrudo, and I saw someone top with that. I'm like, oh, you guys are insane. You guys are crazy for that. I should have been on that sauce the entire time. So yeah, I will admit my last profile was wrong. I think Bystials are the wave. Even if your like area is not very tier heavy, just being able to have graveyard manipulation is insane, and they're big bodies. Another great thing is that since it's a 6, it works really well with Ecclesia. So if you have an Ecclesia on field and you have a Bystial, the interaction I really like is Ecclesia plus Druid Swarm. Because what you can do is you can synchro off with a Druisworm and Ecclesia into a Barone, send something with a Druisworm, and then you're able to Barone pop something else. So by you using 2 cards, you get rid of 2 cards. It's very, very nice card advantage, and you still have the negate with Barone. Very, very nice at cleaning up boards. Next are the Searchers. So we play triple Emergence and double Heavenly Circle. Since we're still playing the heavier Tenyi package, I think it's correct to be playing Circle. And Circle also plays around Dracostapelia, which is very, very good against this deck, and helps also play around, what is it? Celiac. So having these isn't bad. It's also, a lot of people in the area, a lot of people in general are switching to Imperm in a lot of their decks. So being able to dodge that, Imperm's the best hand trap against SWORDSOUL. Just being able to dodge out of it and still full combo is insane. When you're breaking a board in the SWORDSOUL mirror, if you open this, you basically win the game. Kind of insane. So yeah, 5's a magic number. You can play 3, I don't think it would matter, but just so I can fit everything into the deck, I just decided to go for 2. It didn't affect the math too much. Another going second card I should have put it with everything else, that's Ridden Chalice. A lot of people are on droplets. I'm not the biggest fan of droplets in this deck, and if you've been keeping an eye on the channel for a while, you can kind of notice that Chalice is like my favorite card of all time. So if I can have an excuse to play this, I'm usually playing Chalice. But just an easy 1-for-1 with an opponent's card that doesn't lose you a card advantage, I really like. And then Pod Desires, draw 2, and then Blackout. I'm gonna keep it real with you. The pop effect just never comes up for me. It's probably the way I play SWORDSOUL. I usually just use this as an extender with Shijao most often. But yeah, Blackout is just a mandatory play. Like even if you're not using the pop effect, you still have to play it to play around hand traps. So yeah, that's the main deck. Next, we're going to go into extra deck. Oh, another thing. This is something I was testing a while ago. Before I was playing the Bystials, I was playing, I don't think I was able to show this off in any profile. If you can't afford these, or if you want to try something else that isn't the package, you can always try Ghost Mourner. I was actually testing Mortar for a minute. I liked it just because it's another Imperm, but nothing beats this package. The more and more I tested it, I just switched to this last second. This is, I think, my final build of the deck so far. I don't think I'm going to be coming back to it post Photon Hypernova. The Bystials feel powerful, but I gotta say, Ghost Mourner was kind of spicy. I just had to say that before I went into anything else. For extra, double Shijao. This is your Kit Kalos. You kind of need this. Imagine if Kit Kalos also had a negate on it. Oh, it does. You just make Kalos mid-combo. Baxia. I see a lot of people switching to 1. I prefer 2, just being able to get double spin back twice in a game, or being able to just Moye shuffle back. Okay, cool. Taya shuffle back, or turn a Taya into a Moye because of a Baxia. Is just crazy. They printed this back in 2015 and didn't think we'd abuse this. No, 2014. Oh my god. Yeah, this bitch is old. Then Yazi, its counterpart. You need this for Destrudo. You need this just for the deck in general. If you open up a Longyan Ashina, you just break any board. This is kind of nice. Berserker, this is how you play around Bystials. You have 3 cards in here just dedicated entirely just taking out Bystials. This card is kind of crazy. People don't expect it to come up as much as it does. It just says kill your opponent. I'm pretty sure the second attack is not mandatory, but can activate. Yeah, best one. Oh, them resolving Druisworm on you is their win con sometimes. Sometimes, if Druisworm just hits the board, you have to put so many resources into getting rid of it. Either that or I'm just bad. And making this, I would sometimes just let a Magma resolve so I can just always banish the Druisworm. Raptite, this is my flex level 8. I like this just because it's really good in the Runic. It's also really cool because I'm playing a certain card on my side that makes its second effect kind of nice. So yeah, also being a 3k beat stick is nuts. Now for the 10s, you only play 3. This punishes Bystials. If Cheng hits the board and they Bystial you at all, you kind of win the game. If you Desires and summon Cheng, you kind of win the game. King Long is what's usually on the end board, not gonna lie. If you just end on Xijiao with King Long, I don't know how you lose that game half the time, especially with the advantage you get off of the combo you do. And then Barone, it's just there to break boards. If you're ending on that on your end board, I like to do it post side when I already set up a floodgate, so I can negate what they're trying to get rid of my flood with, and then just kind of winning the game from there. Comes up sometimes. It's pretty good, I will say. I like this. And then for the links, you play Triple Monk. A lot of people are switching to 2, but since I'm playing a Tenyi heavy package, 3's fine. Same as Shaman. Shaman's kind of like the god card. If you get hand trapped, if you're going into this, just like saves you so much time and energy. And sometimes just Shaman bringing back Monk just leads to some like free removal and free OTKs. And then you play Dark. Oh, hello, cat. So what Dark's here for is so that when you have a bunch of Bystials on field, you can just like link them off, and then you usually get the Jewish Worm Send, or you can turn anything into a Magmut Steel, and then you can like basically just search this Strudo for the follow-up. It's really nice. I don't think it's bad. It doesn't come up that much. I just prefer it over Lina. So yeah, there we are. Some people would like to play Lina though, because I'm playing, oh, almost gave a little bit of the sauce. Triple Nib. Now, Nib being a light means that if you have this guy in your field, or you have the token, you don't really have a way to get rid of it. Which I don't think is a bad thing, but it doesn't come up enough for, I think, Lina to be that useful. Basically, Nib is in here so that every deck that is not tier doesn't have an out to this. And sometimes you just have Nib, you hold it, you get rid of the Kitkalos and the Banish. Well, you hold, if you open this in a Bystial, let me try to explain this line properly. You just Bystial away the Kitkalos so they can't go into Rukalos, and then you nib them on the end board, because that's like basically the only way they can play around anything. So, there we go. And then we're playing Triple Dark Roar no more. I just prefer this into every matchup right now. I like this. I don't think it's bad. It's not very good into tier, but into Sprite, into SWORDSOUL Mirror, into any big combo deck, it comes up. I like it. Cosmic Cyclone and a Harpies. I side these in for Despia, just because I don't really care about their on-field effects, because I can crack any board they set up. I care about the back row. Against Despia, the secret sauce is getting rid of the back row, and you win. So, yeah, that's basically the game plan for these. Also, it's very, very good sometimes just to like hit any other like random floodgate deck. Like, since this was at a local card shop, I didn't know what the local meta was going to be, so I wanted to have cards in here that can cover back row, so I just didn't like lose to some random trap deck. Oh, and a Flunder. You kind of need to side cards to hate the Flunder back row, or a map or stuff like that. And then the God cards. Since we played 5 Bystial or Dragon monsters, you needed 5 free side outs. I wasn't originally on these. I wasn't on Floods at all. And then Jude told me, like, hey, like, come on, like you need to play for your lose cons. I'm like, you're right. I need to stop being bad. So we're playing the triple rivalry and double anti-spell. You just wanted to 5, and I think this was like the better ratio to go about it. Anti-spell is not for a particular matchup, but it's mostly for your lose con. So let's say cards you lose to are like Dark Ruler, Lightning Storm, any of those. You just side an anti-spell, and since you draw so many cards in your first turn combo, if you play greedy, of course, like no one's really on Nib. People are switching to Nib now, but if you can just read they're not on it, like that's so free. And seeing Rivalry is just insane. Like Rivalry, King Long, Xijiao, or just sitting on Rivalry with a giant Changus, like they can't out that. And yeah, that is the list. Thank you to everyone who really helped me out with the deck. I didn't expect to like Sword Soul. People who know me personally actually know that Sword Soul was one of my least favorite decks for a very, very long time. And it was just something, I gained an appreciation after playing it for so long. So I gotta say that. Like, this deck really is more skillful than I give credit for. I probably won't be playing much until post Photon Hypernova. I'll probably post a bunch of stuff about that and probably a format retrospective. Oh, hi, cat. But yeah, until then, yeah. If you have any comments or questions on the deck list, please let me know in the description down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys back with some post Photon Hypernova videos. All right, peace out, guys.